Today I would like to talk about Backchannel chat and how to set up a Backchannel chat for your classroom. This is the website, and you can get there by going to backchannelchat.com. You can just search for it. And it has, like you can upgrade and buy a Backchannel chat account, and has the pricing information right here. And then if you had one, you would log in right here because there's additional features that you can use if you have an upgraded Backchannel chat. I don't, and I've never felt the need to upgrade it. It does exactly what I need it to do in the free version. I don't do it that often that I need to be able to have a Backchannel chat every single day or something like that. This is the page that you'll direct your students to as well, and they will join right here. They'll put a display name in, and then they'll put in a code that you give them. I usually will just put the URL up on the board and then put the code up on the board, and then they just log in. I also remind my students every time that in the display name they need to put their actual name, because when I'm going back and I'm scoring this, I don't want to have to figure out what cute nickname goes with what student. I just don't have that kind of time. So I tell them, if you want to get participation points for this, if you want to be scored, you have to put in your real name as your display name. When you're ready to set up a Backchannel, you're just going to click right here, try for free as a teacher. And you're going to put in an email address, you're going to put in your display name, and you're going to put in a Backchannel title. So, I mean, maybe we're talking about the Bee Meeting by Sylvia Plath in our discussion, and like you put in your display name right there, and then you just click start, and it's really just that easy. And when you're done, it will look like this. It'll pop you up into your Backchannel chat. It'll also send you an email with all of this information, and once the students start populating in, they'll show up over here on this column. In the upgraded version, you can have like private messages with students as well if you want to do that. What you're going to do is you can send your students this link, or this right here is actually the code for this Backchannel chat. And then you can get rid of this box when you're ready, and the student view will look very similar, and they will start typing, and then you'll have your Backchannel. You can delete students' comments. So if they're saying something and it's not constructive, or they're being mean to someone else, you can delete them. You also can lock the discussion when you're all done, so that nobody's on it anymore. I believe that they delete after a certain amount of time. There's also some options in here, not a lot, because you don't have the upgraded version of Backchannel chat. You can put in a room password. I never do that, and I also never unclick this, and I never click this. You can't use student control because you're not upgraded, and I never click this moderate every message because I don't want to have to sit there and click yes you can post, yes you can post, and polls are also in the upgraded version. So I don't really mess with the settings all that much. But let me go into the email and show you what the email looks like. So this is what the email from them looks like, and you can see that it has the code right here, that same code that we showed you in Backchannel chat, and it has that URL that you can send them to as well. It also gives you a teacher code that you can use to enter the room again as a teacher, which if you do that, then you use the same login as the students to get that teacher code. So to use that teacher code, I'll show you that in just a second. And then that's all the useful information in here. And so you want to make sure that if you're setting up this room early, you want to keep this email so that you can get back in as a teacher later on. So now let's say I want to get back in there as a student. So I post my display name, and I post the code, but it's going to say, oh wait, that's a teacher code. So I'm going to go ahead and try this again. Oh, yeah, actually you do this. You do I'm a teacher. I'm sorry. You click I'm a teacher, and you do your display name, and then you post the code, and you click join, and then you are back in there. once it loads. And then you're back in it under your teacher account, and you have all the powers that a teacher account has. You have the ability to lock the discussion and to change the settings, things like that. So you're all ready to go. So that is how you use Backchannel Chat. It's really awesome. Hope you enjoy.